One of the things I love about overlanding is the opportunity to explore new places that I would never have imagined visiting without a capable vehicle. It is also the opportunity to meet up with great people and share amazing adventures together. In this episode, we visit Tea Kettle Junction, the Racetrack Playa, then head out of Death Valley to a secret mine site located deep within the Panamint Range, with some unexpected roadblocks along the way and a ghost story that chills the soul. Alright, so the plan for today is we're going to, once we break camp here, there are a few mine sites near here. I'm not sure we're going to have time to really go explore those today, but we are going to go back to Tea Kettle and then head south along the Racetrack Playa. We're hoping to see those rocks that move, and then at that point we're going to come back up the way we came, because everything's closed going south from here. You can't go out Sailing Valley Road back to the highway. That's all closed right now. We confirmed that with a park ranger yesterday. So we're going to have to basically backtrack the way we came in. Don't think we'll show you a lot of that video. You've already seen it. But then Greg has a spot in Panamint Valley. So our last night we're going to be out in that way on BLM land, so we can put up the drone again, which will be nice because in Death Valley National Park you're not allowed to have a drone. So next drone shots you see, just to be clear, will be on BLM land. So, but yeah, it should be fun. I just really love this area. I really want to come back and explore some of the mines back in here for sure. And made some waypoints on some places I want to check in the future, so that'll be a fun trip. But the group of people here has just been awesome. You know, meeting Jonny for the first time. And then of course Daniel and Tish and Greg. Just awesome to hang out with all those people last night. We had a blast actually. Greg and Tish got definitely into the karaoke, I would say, for a while, which was fun to watch. So anyway guys, I hope you stay tuned. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Let's see where we land next. Guys, well, it's our second morning in Death Valley, and just wanted to show you I am using the SetPower refrigerator. This thing has been a champ on this trip, keeping everything inside super cold, well refrigerated. Even it was actually almost too cold at times, but you know, we've been storing meat and eggs and all sorts of supplies for the trip, and it's just keeping everything super cold. So super impressed. Again, it's been an easy use type of refrigerator. Power cord here connection is not a problem for me. In fact, I prefer it here in the front. And man, this has just been a champ. It's a great size. It's about the exact same size as my other refrigerator. 47 quarts is the total size of this refrigerator. And yeah, I can't say enough about it. It's just been a great product. Lots of storage. The baskets inside are especially handy to lift things out all at one time, so you can clean it. I don't know much more to say. It's just been a great refrigerator on this trip.
And here we have the famous Jonny Taco outdoors, definitely doing his best to get the shot of shots when you're in Death Valley. You got to climb mountains like this to get those shots. So, but yeah, he's at the top of a mountain right next to our camp here.
All right, I am with Jonny of Jonny Taco Outdoors. Jonny, you and I have been trying to get together forever, it seems like.
Yeah, it's been at least a year.
Yeah, at least a year, and I've been following you on Instagram. I think that's where I first spotted you, and then I started following your channel, which is awesome. Man, you create some great content.
Yeah, thank you.
Where do you go normally? What is your area that you like to explore?
Mainly the 395, but if I stay local, it's the San Bernardino National Forest. That's probably where I go the most.
Yeah, you have some great spots on the streams there, and man, you find some great locations to camp. And you also do a lot of snow camping, man. Even by yourself, you go out solo. It's crazy.
Yeah, like the local forest got a lot of snow lately, so I've been trying to get out and film snow content while we have some snow.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's been fun. And your little dog, His name is
Daisy.
Daisy.
Daisy, yeah.
She is adorable, man. It's
Yeah.
fun to see you out with her. It's really fun.
Yeah.
So I need to start bringing my dog out with me, man. That's one of my goals this year. So yeah, it's been fun to watch you guys. He has a great YouTube channel, great content, great places to explore throughout California and beyond. You've been outside of the state, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been to Northern California and Oregon, but like we were talking about yesterday,
Yeah. Yeah.
we got to get back up there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll probably have some future trips coming this year. At least I hope so, man. We can get together again. And but man, it's been great meeting
definitely.
you, being able to finally camp with you. And Death Valley's been awesome. You know, a lot of trails are closed, but we're still making the best of it.
Yep.
And you know, we've got a great campsite here today, and we're going to head out to Tea Kettle. Thank you again for bringing the Tea Kettle that
Yeah.
we're all going to place our stickers on. So that'll be awesome. Thanks again, Johnny.
For sure, for sure.
All right, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Spreadsheet. You good there?
All right, guys, so I'm here with Daniel, 395 Junkie, and we are in Death Valley near Tea Kettle. What do you think so far?
I think it is a completely different trip than I had envisioned in my head.
Yeah. Me too.
For a lot of different reasons, but probably the main reason is Death Valley isn't what you would expect as far as I kind of related it to, I use the analogy like Mojave Trail, where Mojave Trail is also a national park, I believe. And it's open camping everywhere. And I think the difference is because it's BLM, then I guess it wouldn't be a national park. I'm not sure what the differences are, but
that's it.
here in Death Valley, there are very, very limited places that you could camp. And that's also for another a bunch of reasons. Most of the trails are just the trails. There are no like side chutes. There's no open areas. There are signs everywhere. So if you're going to come, prepare properly, because we were supposed to be camping in this area this evening and not last night.
Right.
So we just kept putting more and more windshield time in, but on the flip side of it, it's really, really pretty. Driving through, I think so far, that Artist Drive, where Artist Palette is, was one of my favorites, because we were just driving through the Jeep. It was almost like a little tour road, because it did a lot of twists and turns, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it has some beautiful canyons out here. Even this last canyon we came through last night was just amazing. So, yeah, I mean, you do have to prepare when you come to Death Valley. I thought I had like 2 good options for camping last night. One was a designated campground, another was an offshoot area that we thought we could camp at. Neither of them really were to our liking, and so we just kept pushing on, and you know, eventually we found a nice camp spot, but it was touch and go for a while there. And you know, the amount of people that were here too is crazy this weekend. You know, we just had encountered all sorts of vehicles on the road, had some squeezing spots where it was pretty tight, people pulling trailers, and so it was pretty crazy.
It was tough, and I think a big part of all the traffic yesterday is so many of the roads are closed. So where we're at, it's an in and back out. So everything that we see today, we're going to be headed back up there. So you get double the traffic, because people that are coming in also have to go out the same way. But there's a lot of people here. It could be because it's a holiday weekend.
Yep. So our next stop is we're going to go down south of Tea Kettle to Racetrack Playa, hopefully find those rocks that are moving through the playa there. We'll see if we can find those. But thanks again, Daniel. It's been fun on this trip.
Yep,
So,
always, Mike.
all right, guys. Stay tuned.
Hey Johnny, did I give you one of my stickers already? Yeah, you did. Alrighty. Greg, you need one? Mike, you need one?
Yeah, I'll take one. I've got some too for you guys. Let's pass out.
Okay, yeah, normally my stickers are $5, but since you guys are all homies, I'm totally willing to give you 20% off only today. Total $4 plus tax, of course, and shipping and handling. Yes. Which actually all rounds up to $6, but look at it this way, it's a good deal.
After being serenaded by Dr. G, otherwise known as TrailNewbie, we made it to Tea Kettle Junction in only a few minutes from camp. This is one of the most iconic locations in Death Valley, and if you plan to come here, make sure you have plenty of fuel on board.
All right, guys, we are at Tea Kettle Junction, and I think you can see why it's called Tea Kettle. I think there's no mystery to that. All of us here, Johnny brought one tea kettle. We're all going to put our stickers on it, correct?
And some other gifts.
And Greg, of course, forgot to bring his sticker, so all he has is a patch. So
Listen,
All he has.
you know,
I said,
trail
"Hey,
newbie.
how do we know?"
you know how much these are worth?
Oh, I know, they're priceless.
And so I'm gonna put one inside, but I'm gonna also use this double stick tape that I brought. I came prepared with double stick tape.
Yeah.
To put this on the outside of the tea kettle.
Yeah, we know the real story, right, guys?
100%.
Yeah.
Mike, Mr. Resourceful, has everything inside
Yeah.
this Jeep.
So the story on Tea Kettle Junction is it's supposed to be good luck to actually take a kettle as well as leave one. I think the taking of a tea kettle is mainly the park trying to reduce the number of tea kettles that end up here, because I'm sure there'd be a mountain here within a few years. Also the story is they think that the tradition started when they were trying to, I don't know, back in the 1800s or early 1900s, trying to give a message to people that water was nearby. So people would leave a tea kettle to indicate there was a spring or source of water nearby. So that's supposed to be the story. I don't know if it's true. Hey, Daniel, hold up.
Greg has a fan. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my buddy a patch real quick. You guys can go ahead if you'd like.
He's really not as...
Oh my gosh, fly fisher!
Hey,
How
bud.
you doing? I
Good.
follow you too.
Oh, really? Awesome,
Yeah.
dude. Nice to meet
It's
you.
nice to see you guys.
Yeah, cool,
Oh
man.
my god, you guys are here.
Living in a small town with one stop sign, I don't often get a chance to meet people who follow my channel. Running into Alan on our way to the Racetrack Playa was definitely a moment I will remember, and we ended up crossing paths again when we were back at the Ubehebe crater airing up. Thanks, Alan. Much appreciate your support of my channel, and I hope Butters is a fan also.
All right, so we are on Racetrack Playa, guys, and we're gonna walk out here and see if we can hopefully see some of these rocks that show evidence of moving. I'll show you. See, like that one's not moving. So we're gonna try to walk out in this vast expanse of a playa and see if we can find something.
Wow, this is...
I hope this comes out on the video. You can kind of see a darkened path that's kind of pushed in next to this rock here. And that is from being pushed along the playa. It's not real evident. Probably from recent water might have kind of changed the look of the track here. Hopefully it comes out on video, but there's definitely a discoloration and slightly embedded into the existing mud bottom of this playa. Okay, here's a good example. You can kind of see the mud actually pushed up next to the side of the rock here. It's being pushed by the wind. And you can sort of see the track. It just takes the right kind of hopefully you can see that where it's being pushed. Pretty neat. And then this rock, it's kind of being pushed around in a circle by the wind. You see how this is kind of rolls around, stops, and then comes back to here. Pretty neat. Obviously when the wind changes direction. And I'm with my good buddy here, Greg.
Yeah.
What do you think of the playa there?
That's awesome. That is worth coming out for sure. If you've got a capable vehicle, don't try to do this with like a Honda CR-V or something like that. No offense, but you need to have some good tires because the rocks are sharp on the way out here. But it's kind of a bucket list location. I think.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get out here at least once.
If you're going to come to Tea Kettle, you got to come down to the
Yeah.
racetrack.
Yep.
Yeah, and see it. And yeah, the grandstand is pretty cool. The rock formation way out there. You can't see it from this video. We saw it earlier. And then these rocks that move on the playa are really kind of strange, but very cool to see.
All right, get comfortable, boys.
Yeah, it's a long way back.
Hey guys, well, we're on our way back from the racetrack. We just passed Tea Kettle, and thought I'd give you a sense of what it's like. It's like the Baja 1000 or something. We are booking it right now on our way back, and we're trying to keep some distance between us because of the dust. Because all of a sudden it's just totally, you can't even see. So we're trying to keep a good distance between the vehicles right now. But yeah, we've just got miles and miles and miles of this washboard coming up. But man, it has been a fun trip and just a beautiful day. Really warm outside, much warmer than I thought. Would have worn shorts on this trip if I'd known it was going to be this warm. But this just gives you an example. I think the GoPro's making it look a lot better than it is. But it's, yeah, pretty rough.
All right, guys, we're here at Panamint Springs to gas up to get to the next location. Look at my rig. Man, it's been through some mud. There's Johnny's rig. His is pretty dirty as well. But yeah, that thing is gonna need a good washing when I get home. Crazy. So next stop is a spot Greg has in mind in BLM. As I've probably said 20 times in this video already. But this store is really great because they have a lot of wood and you know, all the basic necessities. So if you're ever in Panamint Springs, great place to come to get gas. And there's the TrailNewbie mobile. All right, well, we are on the road into Ballarat now, guys, which is a pretty famous ghost town area in Panamint Valley. Now we're on the east side, or we're on the west side of Death Valley in what's known as Panamint Valley. And a lot of areas to overland here, all BLM pretty much, and not all of it is BLM, but a lot of it is BLM. And it's just an awesome area if you want to explore old mines, go off-roading, lots of areas to camp. Drones are allowed, which they're not in Death Valley. So yeah, we're gonna get aired down here and then head up into these canyons here behind me. I'll show you where we're going this way. So yeah, it should be fun. Looks again like a nice day, so looking forward to getting up there and seeing what it looks like. All right, we're on the dirt again, guys. We just aired down and we're getting past the little ghost town of Ballarat. Kind of a famous little area in Panamint Valley to check out. We're gonna go by that today and head up. But man, it's nice to be back on BLM where we can have a wood fire, we have plenty of wood for tonight, and also be able to use the drone. We have the drone up right now, so yeah, looking forward to it. It looks like a really cool canyon, so let's see where we go.
I have explored many areas in Panamint Valley, but never this particular canyon. This valley has seemingly unlimited off-road trails and places to explore. This includes old mine sites and cabins, wildlife such as burros and bighorn sheep, and even goldfish if you know where to look. I would highly recommend this area for exploration, but just be aware trail conditions are always changing, and I think having a buddy system is always a good idea. About 1/3 of the way up the canyon, we encountered a road washout, likely from recent flash flood events that have been occurring in Death Valley. It was on the order of 3 to 4 feet deep, and we made a decision to turn around as Greg had an alternate way in to get us to camp for the night. The issue now would be turning the group around.
All right, so we're trying to back up here on this trail.
we've all pulled up as far as we can. And now Daniel's going to try to back up here. We've got a small little spot here where we can back up and maybe turn everybody around and get going back down the trail. So. Thank God this spot was here.
All right, well, you've seen on the video, we encountered a big washout on that first trail. Greg's got an alternate trail that we're on now that's going to follow more along the ridge line, top of the ridge, versus down in this gully area. So we're trying that and hoping it'll be a lot more not washed out, so to speak. So we're on that trail right now, and hopefully we get to the camp soon. It's about 4:15 p.m. and man, it's still a beautiful day. So can't wait to get to the camp spot. The views of the valley below are just incredible right now. So all right, guys, hang in there. We're gonna get there at some point.
Yeah, that's a cool spot. Yeah, we can fit everybody up here.
Oh, for sure.
This is it, Greg.
There's nothing on the ground.
Yeah, we're on BLM now, guys, so we can have wood fire. Totally legit. That's why we had the drone up earlier. And the mine. Do you know the name of the mine here, Greg?
What's that?
The name of the mine?
You know, I forgot it. I was trying to find it when we were coming up.
After getting to our camp spot at an old mine site, Greg and I proceeded to cook dinner for the group. The meal consisted of beef sirloin burgers, and the French fries were from fresh-cut potatoes. One Tembo Toscado was used for the French fries, and another was used for the burgers. I have to say I don't consider myself the best cook in the world, but this meal came out really great, and Greg did an awesome job on the French fries.
All one word, both on Instagram and YouTube.
After dinner, Daniel had a live session on Instagram thanks to Greg bringing his Starlink with him. During this session, Greg finally told his ghost story for this exact camp location. For the full story, go to Daniel's Instagram feed, but I will leave you with a portion of this ghost story here.
In the area that we're at, there is a mine, and this camp that we're at is where a lot of the people lived.
Area where we're at, or where
we are actually at it right now. Okay.
Right.
And in mining, it's mostly what? Men, right? Generally speaking. Well, at this camp, at this location where a lot of the people lived, there was a lady who was described as she could keep up with all the guys, right? She could keep up with the men, and her name was Rainey, I think, Reney. Okay. And now this is where it gets real, because this really could happen tonight. She went out in the dark to use the bathroom, because back then there was no, obviously, indoor plumbing, anything like that.
Yeah, or today.
Went out, and she saw a dark shadow walk right in front of her as she's using the restroom, okay? Literally, she was so petrified that 2 days later, and she didn't speak to anybody, 2 days later, she died.
Alright guys, so you can see what we woke up to this morning. Bit of bad weather. It was raining on and off overnight. Nothing really hard. And right now it's kind of just barely sprinkling. Greg's enjoying his new Ursa Minor with a diesel heater. Would you say that's a win-win?
Oh yeah.
Ursa Minor with a diesel heater?
Oh, it's too hot last night.
Yeah, that's
Barely
cool.
used it last night.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
What a cool spot, man. They must have had a cabin here, huh, at some point.
Some building, yeah.
Yeah, pretty neat.
This was a really cool camp spot and mine site. I would definitely like to come back and explore it more someday. Those that do their homework should be able to figure out where this is, and it is definitely worth the trip to visit this amazing place. After breaking camp, we headed further up the trail to one of the nicest cabins I've ever encountered in Panamint Valley.
All right, we are at the cabin. Daniel and Tish are inside checking it out right now. Oh, they even have a solar panel outside. That's cool. Yeah, from what I know, this is really well kept up place, as it should be. Leave it like you found it. But wow, what a view. Snow in the mountains just above us here. Johnny's got his drone going. Man, what a view.
This cabin had electrical power from a solar panel, running water, and a very large stove that I'm sure would keep the place plenty warm on a cold night. As always, when you visit or stay at a cabin like this, please leave it better than when you found it.
Hey, Johnny?
Yep, and we're rolling.
This is for Mike.
This is for Mike's. Mike's just gonna say a couple things. I'll be able to turn this off, and then we'll go Johnny's and Greg's.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a chatty Cathy
That's
like
fine.
this guy.
Oh yeah, man.
I can't help it.
Oh my god. Yeah. How's the weather down there? Oh my gosh, I never heard that before.
Right?
All right, so hey guys, well, this is the end of our trip. Gonna be sad to see you guys all go. Johnny, it's been awesome meeting you for the first time. Greg,
Yeah, but
kind of okay seeing you.
I mean,
you guys, I love you.
Yep, likewise, Mike. It's always fun with you.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We had a great time, so thanks for watching.
Hey guys, one last thing before we wrap this video up. You can follow me on Instagram for more updates on what I am up to, and I also have a new website you can check out for my merchandise, including t-shirts, hats, and patches, as well as the recommended gear I use. Thanks again for watching, and hope to see you on the trail someday.